Welcome back, Deadites and Ghost Beaters. We're continuing our walkthrough of the mission so that way you can unlock all the characters. And now we're going to do mission 4, which will probably unlock the most important character on your support side, and that is Pablo. And we all want Pablito in our group, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to walk right through it. But before we do that, if you like the content, please drop a like and a comment below. It really does help the channel. And of course, smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. And if you're looking for someone to play with, check out the link in the description below. Our Discord is down there. And of course, I answer all my comments. If you have anything to say or any kind of thoughts on Evil Dead the game as we hit the end of week 1, just let me know. So as always, we're going to come down here to the missions. And of course, as you know, we've already done mission 1, mission 2, mission 3, and here we go, down to mission 4. It's not going to let us go. Pablito versus Elegos. So we're going to run over here and climb up the deck. You're going to start by grabbing the shemps. And in this part, just grab all the ammo. It doesn't really matter. It's going to depend on what weapon you want. There is an amulet right here. We're just going to put it right on. And then I'm going to grab the revolver. That is my weapon of choice for this.
Good on me.
But if you want the long gun, it's right here. I'm going to walk through this door and grab some ammo right here. Ah, pick it up, pick it up. That's the long gun ammo. There's regular handgun ammo there. We'll go downstairs because we're going to grab a thing of matches right over here and more ammo. And there's the matches. We'll grab those. That is your. If you want a pistol, you can go right there. I, on the other hand, am cool just going with. So I personally am cool just going with the revolver. That is an option. You have a choice. Whatever your playstyle is, you go with what's comfortable for you, because you're going to have to do the kills. So I like to come up here to about the split. This right here,
always waiting.
And this house completely skipped. There's nothing there. So if you can take out a few...
My weapon of choice.
With shots before they even come at you, it's easier to take them all out.
Reloading.
Once you've wiped them all out, there is a machete somewhere. Oh, I see it. There, one or two of the mobs are going to drop machetes.
Path through evil.
And I recommend coming down here first and grabbing the matches so you don't forget them. There's a set of matches right here. You want to grab those because that'll get an extra match on you. You can also burn a little fear off here if you're worried about it. That way you can save having to use a match later. And this mission is not timed unlike Kill 'Em All. So if you want to burn off a little fear for a second at this burn barrel, go ahead and do it. It's not going to hurt you at all. You'll come in here and cue the cutscene. Ash is not home. We know. There's more ammo. You now have to go to the Brewho's hut. And I recommend coming over here to this house and loading up, because it's a lot of ammo in here. There's nothing else like amulet-wise or shems, but there is a bunch of ammo. Some there. There's more inside here. You can grab some long ammo if you want it. But you can at least grab a bunch of ammo to take with you. Get your gun back up. Once you do that, it's back on the road, and we're heading to the Brewho's hut. Whoops. And on the road.
I got this.
Oops, we just killed a demon. What a shame. I go a little bit past it because they're gonna come out and get you. Now, if you can get a melee and get the takedowns, executions yield no damage.
For anything.
Whoa, there's one behind me. Shit.
Here we go.
Now here's the thing. I do recommend at this point burning off a little fear. You can do it one of two ways. You can either come over to the campsite and stand under this fire. It'll burn off fear. Or you light the match and use one. But sometimes you might want to save those matches for later. And if you do, you can always light a fire right up the hill. But here we are standing in the flame. There's nothing to grab here, so it's not like there's any real benefit other than burning off a little fear. And we'll go up to the brew hose hunt and start the event.
Yo soy el brujo especial.
Whoops.
I got this.
Whoa, what happened there?
I'm ready for anything.
So one dropped a meat cleaver. Make sure you look around because one of them would have dropped a Shep's Cola, and you're gonna want that. So we gotta figure out where the Shep's dropped at, because it could have been on any of the kills. There it is. You want to make sure you get it, because that is free life right there. We're gonna go inside the building. There's gonna be some handgun ammo for you, and that's about it. And then we'll go inside. If you prefer a meat cleaver, go with the meat cleaver. You're gonna find the Brujo's medallion, which gives the next part of the scene. So your fear should be at 0 once that part of the mission's over. And then we're gonna head over here.
Shine bright, little light.
Whoops. And then you're gonna get another mission kind of extension right here. And it's gonna talk about how being stealthy, and I'm gonna show you that. So you can kind of sneak up on stuff now. And I
Vanish in
can't.
the dark, one
I
light
come
at a
in.
time.
I forgot there's a second one. You come in here to get the blue machete because now you have a better melee weapon. And that's all that's really down here. I think the one from upstairs already came down, so that's good. We don't have to deal with that now. And there's nothing else in here, as you see. This is completely empty. So now we make our way to the actual search for the hand. You can kind of sneak up on him if you want. But once you attack one, like I just did, your stealth is gone. I personally like the method of using stealth to get into their grill and getting a free kill. And then cleaning out the rest of the mobs, because then you get in the situation where if you do inadvertently trigger them, then, yeah, there's just the matches here. Then you can get yourself in a situation where it'd be like, oh, shoot. You just triggered them and all of them are alive. So that can be a little dicey at times. So if you don't have matches, there's another pack right here. We haven't really been using them because we've been kind of going on the method of just getting everything taken care of by using light, like I'm doing right here. Like you just stand in the light and the light will burn down your fear, Alan Wake style.
The devil is always waiting in the shadows.
So now you come in, the first thing you see is a Shem's Cola. You're going to grab that. And I think that's all that's in here other than Ash's hand. So we grab Ash's hand. That's the next part of the mission is complete. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything else in here, but we always double check. Now, you can do one of two things. You can either run back and get the car now and drive there, or you just hoof it if you want. The choice is completely yours. For safety's sake, probably get the car. I'm just going to run. Because right now, we're fine.
Yo soy el flujo especial.
So we come up on the house that we need. This is where Ash's hand is going to tell us what's going down. I don't believe there's really much in any of the houses. But there is an elite guarding that you're going to have to deal with.
I needed that.
And this is the first time you're going to see an elite in any of the houses. So you want to kind of deal with that. I don't think there's anything, but one house has an amulet. And I don't remember which one it is. So we'll take a quick peek in here. It's not this one. We'll go to Ash's hand. There's a bunch of ammo in here. We just take what we need. There's also an option to go up to a meat cleaver if you prefer. There is a Shemps in the house, so if you haven't topped off, you can always do it then. There's a blunderbuss if you prefer that. There's the medallion. It's in this one. So we'll just put that straight on. We don't need any matchsticks, and we'll place Ash's hand. So as you can see, there is another Shemps here, so we're just going to top off.
Nothing a little Shemps can't fix.
And reload, and we're back to full Shemps again. There's another, there's a pistol. There's another thing of matchsticks. There is a crossbow if you prefer that. Another revolver, but it's not a blue revolver, unfortunately. So you still are using like normal level guns. So you have two choices. You could always go and get the car, or you can kind of hoof it. I'm all for just kind of making the walk. You'll get the car when you need it. But if you want...
Tear an evil and new one. I'm reloading here.
If you're for driving everywhere, you can absolutely do that. It is faster, and it will get you where you need to be. You can get there a little more directly. Walking, that is always an option. Alright, so what's going to happen now is we're going to come up with the gas station. It makes the amulet makes you nearly invisible. So what we're going to do is go around behind. There's nothing in the house, so like there's really not a lot to find. But we're going to use the house as a way to sneak around, because there is
Shine bright, little light.
one way in, and there's one guard guarding it. So what you want to do is you need to take him down silently, and he kind of roams. So let's see if we can find him. There he is. There's your roaming guard. If you shoot him, you could warn the other elites that are on the other side, and then you have to fight another elite.
I can do this all day.
So you kind of want to avoid fighting the elite if you can. And then you can slowly creep in here and save Ash. And by save Ash, I mean you just kind of like loop around and you see him.
I'm not your hero. I'm nobody.
But Ash is like, my trick knee! So you grab the ammo. You grab the medallion.
Hey, buddies. You don't have to save me, but your life's gonna be a lot easier if you do.
So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the junkyard. Now the junkyard can be a huge trap if you go head to head. You try to sneak this as much as you can, but the moment you end up like triggering one, you're gonna get them all. So try to be as careful as you can. So it never hurts to walk a little on the slower side and keep an eye out for deadites. And the moment you interact with one of them, you've pretty much got them all at that point.
I wasn't the choice.
This is what I mean. Even sneaking around, you can end up pulling more than you want. keep an eye on your fear. If you feel that your fear is getting too high, you don't see natural light around, then that's the time you use a match. That's why we've been holding on to them the whole time.
Banishing the dark, one light at a time.
We're carrying 3 shemps right now, so we're okay on that in case we need them. Alright. So now we gotta get the gas tank, which is all the way on the other side now that we've made it here. So we want to try to stay outside as much. If you go through it, you are going to trigger them all. There's no way around it. So we'll try to see how many we can avoid. But we might not even be able to do it then.
That'll keep me on my...
So, like I said, you can try to be as sneaky as possible. You can still end up pulling them. Which is exactly what we just did. But if you do end up pulling them, make sure you fight them in a place where you can actually have some room to fight. Because if you're going through it, you're going to find a lot of tight corners. And I made myself a lot harder. You've now kind of cleared the area, so you can kind of go in and do what you need to do and get your gas tank. You want to lower that fear a little bit because that affects your stamina. I don't think there's anything else in here and other than just the gas tank. Nope. You get the gas tank from behind. And there's a shemps right there. You can kind of avoid this fight if you can reach them. And there's no reason to do another fight, so you kind of just back yourself out. And you can run around. Because at this point, you're going to pull a whole nother batch of mobs if you do. So at this point, now we're going to the auto yard. And we're going to go back out and around. We're just going to take it nice and easy. You look at your life. If you feel like you are a little bit lower than you want,
thirsty.
Just use that shemps you picked up. That was right by the gas tank. We've already pulled all of these mobs. So there's no reason to go back and redo it. So we know we are not going to pull those guys again. So we might as well go this way. Because if we go through it, which is a little bit shorter, you're going to pull everything all over again. Because there's another group of mobs to pull at that point. Our fear is okay, so we don't have to really worry about that. If you do get concerned about fear, you can always use a match. But there is a lamplight right up here, and we've already...
Here we go.
I heard a growl. So I'm going to take a second to look. Let the light take off some of my fear. You can see that continually decreasing. It's all about fear mitigation. You're going to find ammo in here for whatever gun you're using. So in my case, I'm using handguns, so I'm picking up those. I'm not gonna be changing. There's more handgun ammo. There's your... I don't think there's a Shemps up here, is there? No, there's more handgun ammo. Alright. Then we grab the gasoline. And we're gonna head back on our way. You don't have to be in any kind of rush. As you can see, we're just kind of doing the mission. No rush required. We see...
My weapon of choice.
How did I miss him? That was dumb. Oh well. We did pick up a little fear because of that. I don't know how I missed that second guy. So because we picked up a little fear, I'm going to run over to the bus hub and burn it off. Look how quick it goes down to the bus hub. My stamina's back to normal. We'll burn that fear off because remember, fear mitigation is almost as important as everything else in the missions. Alright, and this is going to be the hardest part. This is the battle against Elegos. Once you defeat Elegos, it's just basically driving. Remember, he's always going to spawn behind you, and you're going to dodge to the left. Behind you, dodge to the left. There's a thing of matches. We'll grab those just in case your fear is high. I don't think there's anything in the house. Oh, shit. What the hell was that? We're gonna drink a Shemps just to be on the safe side.
Can't fix.
That was super weird. It was like I was being attacked by Elegos, but he was dead. That's not supposed to happen. Well, that's one approach. Alright, there's matches in here if you're low. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else in here. Yeah, it's just the matches. And we're full on matches, so we're not gonna really worry about that. So now we're going to head all the way back, because here we are at the gas station. We're going to head back to the car. Ash is waiting at the car. As you can see, we have Ashley here. Ash is waiting outside. Once that happens, you're just going to get in the car and you're going to drive, and that's it. You brake for no one. I'm going to let the stamina... You don't want to be at 0 stam if you could avoid it on the walkthrough back, just in case you run into any mobs, because there is like one grouping on the way back on this road you might hit. So with this mission, I chose to go with a kind of a cross between aggressive and stealthy. You can get even stealthier than I am. I try to basically not risk it because the stealthy is only so stealthy. So what happens is you end up usually pulling a mob or two you don't want, and then you pull a giant pack, which makes it really hard for Pablo. So I kind of pull off the groups that I've been showing you to make it easier that you don't pull everyone. Because my goal is to simply avoid pulling the entire grouping. You can slow walk past the light. You're going to come up on Ash's car in the car. And then you're going to burn rubber. He's already in the Delta waiting for you. He's somehow managed to, with the trick knee, crawl his way out. And then you're going to drive to freedom.
This car
And it's
is actually
735 yards to victory. There will be demons popping up to try and stop you. Just stay on the path as much as you can. So it usually starts right around 350 yards. You'll start seeing demons show up. Yep, there they are.
I got this.
Avoid the elites if you can, because they hit a lot harder on your car. But if you need to mow down some commons, do what you gotta do.
Yo soy el brujo especial.
Like I said, I recommend if you're gonna hit a demon, hit the non-elites. They do not cause nearly as much damage to your car, and you can just kind of run over them. The elites will do some damage. And that's it. You have now unlocked El Pablito, El Brujo Especial. He is now part of your roster, and you're good to go. And that's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Get yourself a Pablo. You then don't have to worry about getting the last mission done, and that's Arthur, but you've now unlocked one of those top tier characters. But you want to get Pablo, that's the easiest way to do it. I recommend that cross between a little bit stealthy but a little bit aggressive. Blend it together so you peel off certain mobs and not try to sneak through everything, because eventually you will get caught, and if you do it the wrong place, it's going to cost you the mission. And as always, thanks for watching, and later, mates.